There comes a moment in every person's life when the weight of pain feels almost impossible to carry. It may arrive through failure, heartbreak, rejection, loneliness, financial struggle, or silent emotional battles that nobody else can see. In those moments, it becomes easy to believe that life is working against you, that your struggles have no purpose, and that the pain you feel is simply unfair. But what if the difficult season you are experiencing right now is not destroying you at all? What if it is slowly building a stronger version of you beneath the surface? Inspired by the powerful teachings of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we begin to understand that the mind responds to the meaning we give our experiences. When you constantly focus on suffering as punishment, your spirit weakens and fear grows stronger. But when you start seeing hardship as preparation, your perspective changes completely. Every challenge carries the possibility of transformation. Every painful moment has the ability to teach resilience, patience, wisdom, and emotional strength. Many of the strongest people in the world were shaped during seasons they never wanted to experience. The struggle forced them to grow in ways comfort never could. Pain has a strange way of revealing hidden strength that only appears when life becomes difficult. During your hardest days, you begin discovering parts of yourself that were always there, waiting to emerge. You learn how to survive disappointment. You learn how to keep moving forward even when motivation disappears. You learn that confidence is not built when life is easy, but when you refuse to quit during difficult times. Dr. Joseph Murphy often taught that the subconscious mind absorbs the thoughts and beliefs we repeat daily. If you constantly tell yourself that your pain has no purpose, your mind begins accepting defeat. But if you choose to believe that your current struggle is preparing you for future success, your inner world starts changing. Your thoughts become stronger. Your hope begins returning. Your mindset slowly shifts from fear to faith. This does not mean pain suddenly disappears or that life becomes perfect overnight. It means you stop allowing temporary struggles to define your future. Some of the greatest transformations happen quietly, behind the scenes, while nobody notices the battle you are fighting internally. Growth is often invisible at first. Like a seed planted beneath the soil, strength develops in darkness long before it becomes visible to the world. The pain you feel today may actually be creating the emotional endurance, wisdom, and inner power you will depend on tomorrow. One day, you may look back at this difficult season and realize it was not the end of your story at all. It was the beginning of your transformation. The truth is that most people never recognize their own strength until life places them in situations they never expected to face. When everything is comfortable and predictable, the mind remains passive, and personal growth often stays limited. But adversity changes people. Difficult moments force you to think differently, act differently, and discover a deeper level of endurance that comfort could never teach. This is why so many life-changing breakthroughs are born from seasons of pain. Inspired by the wisdom of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we begin to understand that the human mind is constantly shaped by repeated thoughts, emotional patterns, and inner beliefs. Your subconscious mind quietly listens to every word you say about yourself and your future. If you constantly repeat that your struggles are ruining your life, your mind begins creating feelings of hopelessness, fear, and emotional exhaustion. But when you choose to believe that your challenges are strengthening your character and preparing you for something greater, you activate a completely different emotional response within yourself. You begin reclaiming control over your mindset. You stop seeing yourself as powerless and start recognizing your ability to rise above temporary circumstances. Every difficult experience contains hidden lessons that can shape your future in powerful ways. Failure teaches humility and wisdom. Rejection teaches emotional independence. Loneliness teaches self-reflection and inner peace. Financial hardship teaches discipline and gratitude. Even heartbreak can teach emotional maturity and strength. Pain often becomes the greatest teacher because it forces people to grow beyond their old limitations. Many individuals spend years praying for success, confidence, or purpose without realizing that the path toward those things often includes struggle. Growth rarely happens while everything is easy. Real transformation usually begins during moments of uncertainty when you are forced to trust yourself more deeply than ever before. There will be days when progress feels invisible and hope feels distant. During those moments, it is important to remember that transformation is not always immediate. Sometimes life is preparing you internally before external results begin to appear. Just because you cannot see progress right now does not mean nothing is happening. Beneath the surface, your mind is becoming stronger, your emotional endurance is increasing, and your perspective is evolving. Dr. Joseph Murphy believed that the subconscious mind responds strongly to faith, belief, and repeated emotional conviction. When you continue feeding your mind with hope instead of defeat, you slowly train yourself to move through adversity with greater confidence and resilience. This does not mean ignoring pain or pretending difficulties do not exist. It means refusing to let pain become your identity. Your current struggle is only one chapter of your story, not the final conclusion. Some of the most powerful people in the world were once broken, uncertain, and overwhelmed by circumstances they thought would destroy them. But instead of surrendering to fear, they allowed hardship to shape them into stronger individuals. One day, you may realize that the pain you once begged to escape was actually the very thing that awakened your strength, sharpened your character, and prepared you for the future you were meant to live. One of the greatest mistakes people make during difficult seasons is believing that their current situation will last forever. Pain has a powerful way of convincing the mind that nothing will ever improve. When days become heavy and emotionally exhausting, it becomes easy to lose faith in yourself, your future, and your ability to overcome what you are facing. But every season in life eventually changes, including the painful ones. No storm lasts forever, and no moment of suffering has the power to permanently define the person you are becoming. Inspired by the teachings of Dr. Joseph Murphy, we begin to understand that the mind plays a critical role in determining whether hardship weakens us or strengthens us. Your subconscious mind responds not only to your thoughts, but also to the emotions attached to those thoughts. When fear, hopelessness, and negativity dominate your inner world every day, your energy slowly becomes consumed by emotional defeat. However, when you intentionally feed your mind with belief, determination, and hope, you begin creating emotional momentum that carries you through adversity with greater strength. This is why protecting your mindset during difficult times is so important. The battles you fight internally often shape the outcomes you experience externally. Many people wait for life to become easier before they allow themselves to feel hopeful again. But true emotional strength is developed when you choose faith even before circumstances improve. There is incredible power in refusing to give up on yourself during moments when everything feels uncertain. Growth is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes the strongest progress happens quietly inside your mind while nobody else notices the transformation taking place. You become more patient, more disciplined, more emotionally aware, and more resilient than you were before. Challenges often reveal strengths that comfort could never uncover. A person who has survived emotional pain develops a deeper understanding of life, compassion, and perseverance. Difficult seasons also teach you the importance of self-belief. When external support disappears and life feels lonely, you begin learning how to rely on your own inner strength. You realize that confidence is not built through constant success, but through surviving moments that once felt impossible. Dr. Joseph Murphy often emphasized the importance of repetition and mental conditioning. The thoughts you repeatedly accept as truth eventually shape your emotional reality. This means that every day you have the opportunity to either strengthen your fear or strengthen your faith. Every positive thought, every moment of gratitude, and every decision to continue moving forward helps reprogram your mind toward resilience and emotional stability. Even small acts of hope become powerful during hard times. Sometimes strength simply means refusing to quit for one more day. The pain you are experiencing right now may feel overwhelming, but it is also shaping your perspective, your endurance, and your future character in ways you cannot fully understand yet. One day, you may look back and realize that this difficult chapter taught you lessons that comfort never could have provided. The struggle did not arrive to break your spirit. It arrived to reveal how strong you truly are beneath the fear, uncertainty, and pain you once thought would defeat you completely.